Boom, bam, boom. I will put a little bit more light on the subject. All energy is fake. All energy is fake. Not all energy, as in, no energy is not created or used up. It's just simply changes form. Okay, that's the simplest way I can put it on this science channel. Whoa! Oh my gosh! Oh my gosh! Did you see? Did you? You might have witnessed actual fear on me there. That was because the fan I've got up there and the missus has got one over there caused this innocent snot rag, for lack of a better term, to just float gently by me. The old see something out the corner of your eye. In this country, always best to check. Could be an alligator, could be a snake, could be a giant frog. Losing examples. Could be a tarantula. Could be a tarantula. Could be a tarantullady. It's much like the French masculine and feminine, tarantula and tarantulae. Just something I thought I'd share with you then. Right, before the langers arrive, let's get some hellos into the oi polloi, the riffraff. Ragnar Ironspear, massive hoit to you. Hello, Eldritch. What's the name? Vincent's on the firm. Lovely. They were chatting amongst themselves. Broken silence on the firm. What a pleasure. Lumi, did I tell you you spotted the pinner? I've got another Substack free subscriber. Did you ever suss out what I said about how I got loads? I think that one blag is on about 30 new subscribers in 2 days. My new one has got me 12, and it was about 20 minutes work. But I'm going to mention that to everyone here anyway, because it's guerrilla marketing's funny. Because when people pay a fortune for marketing, and you can do it for nothing in some circumstances, so it's got a sense of the blag about it, and everyone loves a blagger, and you can't blag blaggers, and we're all blaggers here. We're brought. I think the glorious house of Scrubs, as it's a multifaceted 4D Venn diagram, and there's many overlaps but many differences. But I think blagging is in there. I think there's a little bit of, well, much like the thumbnail to this. That's why I knew you wouldn't mind me being a little bit late. I wanted you to enjoy the allegory that I was trying to present in the thumbnail. That in many ways we've all got an orb that's just gently pushing up against the orb of another, and we're more alike than we are different, is what I'm trying to say, you and I. And that's always un plaisir. Barks is on the flirm. Hello, Barks. If I was your age and it was a Saturday afternoon and I was watching the Scrubs, I'd be suicidal. Always a pleasure to see you, though, of course. Who else is in? Hello, Sean. Look how long he hasn't been here. Love the new intro. Yeah, 4 months old. Hello, Sean. Hello, Marzipan. And booyah, Ian. Booyah. I think they're all getting in here a bit rapido now. Hello, Banksy. Hello, Rollo. 22 watching now. He's joined. Look at that. Absolutely moved up. Look, conjured times 09. He's using the letter to describe the sound. You can't go wrong with that. That's inclusive, isn't it? Get the deaf involved. My missus has got these like weird headphones with lights on them, and it's like, I always think there's sort of a UFO moving because it's very dark over there. Look, I'll show you. Look there, you see them. Look, they just move around in the air. Oh, she's sort of semi-naked. I was showing them your head. You gonna say hello? Oh, that was a bit low, wasn't it? Oh, you're a bit tired, are you? All right. Okay. All right, nice one. Hello, Lee. Good to see you, mate. Emma. Chris. right. It's just renewed. I think Pizzle's just turned up. 42's in as well. Hello, John. Clown and dog and pony show for the masses, John. Hello, Jays. Keeping the Twitch miniature. Excellent. I'm sure I'll get to some more hellos later. Hello, Mr. Tej. Hello, Clark. There's Pizzle. Bloody great stuff. A Dangerfield chill stream before work. Don't defer work. Before work. Knife. And I put out a film review today, which I thought was quite good. And if you haven't seen that movie, people, definitely worth a watch. Fantastic film. I loved it. And as if you've seen my review, the final scene is just in terms of cinematic denouement, it's so on the money. It gives you so much. If you've plugged in, if you've dialed in to what the film's about, and the film is about you, all good films, all good stories are about you. That's how it works. Let me sort this out. I'll get a bit more centrist and steady. All good stories are about you. Because if you can't identify with it, what's the fucking point? It's just like, oh, okay, that's next to useless. That's why other people's dreams are of very little interest to people, because you can't identify with someone else's unconscious. You might be able to identify with their dream, but what the fuck? It's not important. That's why the only people that will actually pay attention to your dreams is people you have to pay. Therapist. Everyone else is like, oh, interesting. Anything else we can do quickly? So yeah, it's about you. And if you've managed to identify with the sort of cultural and experiential signposts and signals and semiotics that make up the storytelling, if you are able to, then the end just says something so beautiful and poetic to you. No, it's an absolute clincher. The director's daughter died in a car accident on the 4th day of filming, of principal photography. That ain't easy. I imagine a child dying is probably one of the worst things you can go through ever. I imagine it being an accident. The other driver was on his mobile when he ploughed into their motor, killed her instantly. But then to get on with making a movie, and I think the passion in the movie, the passion for life, and that's what the movie is about. And again, it's about you, and it's about your passion for life and how you're negotiating it, how you might be negotiating it in a bad way, or in a way that's costing you the experience of existence. It's an absolute cracker. I'm a bit disappointed that no one in the comments has seen it yet. Oh no, I think one person has seen it. I think one person did say they've seen it and it was fantastic. Oh yeah. Who was it? I can't remember. It might have been Nate Spurs, but someone watched it twice on an aeroplane. And watching films, the same film, 1 hour, back to back. That I can't do that. I've done it on Xanax. I've done it 3 times with the same movie, but each one was quite different, and I still can't remember any of it. But to watch it back to back gives you an example of, a subtitled movie as well. But it's great. I really recommend it. Broken silence is not pushing orbs. I draw the line at orbs. Oh, I love pushing orbs. I like cupping them. I like it when my lady presents them on like a shelf of hands or brassiere that's designed to shelve said orbs. Combination of hand and brassiere is perhaps the best. I like it when the boobs are presented with the hands and a bra, but the bra straps are off the shoulder and they're just gifted to you. life's excellent. It's excellent. It's certainly made better with boobs. I mean, what a beautiful a trick. A bait and switch that the that we used to be on our hands and knees, and we sexually we saw the arse, we saw the orbs as the arse, and as we sort of stood up, the female realised that now a weapon, a major sensual weapon, was behind her. So evolution has made women get bigger and bigger breasts, and that's great. I'm actually only being sincere. It's wonderful. I mean, don't get me wrong. I also like a small breast. I like a boob. I am in favour of boobs. It's not the boob as much as the way it's worked. Do you know what I mean? The way it's presented. It's the way it's given to me. I mean, you're going to be hard pressed as a red-blooded male. Well, probably a bit murky, probably more like a little bit sort of muddy. As a muddy-blooded male, that's quite a good name for my novel. As a muddy-blooded, it's nice when a lady offers you the breast. Now, my little thing that says my internet ain't very good is on. Oh, it's just gone up again. So we might be in and out a bit here because over here it's 9 o'clock in the evening, and that's kind of like the most used internet time. So what that means, I don't know, but bandwidth or something, who knows? Pizzle's firmed up. That's all that talk of boobs. Hello, No Cap Popeye. Oh, check this out, people. Hello, Brick on a String. Hello, Ray. Ray. Hello, mate. Hello, Chris Ice Scrubs and Young. Don't single him out. That make him, it'll make his head swell. It's already a little bit disproportionate to his tiny little frame. Speaking of tiny little frames, I've done it. It's in if you've watched the review of the movie, I bought a bench, I bought a bar, I bought a lot of weights, and I bought the thing to clamp it on when you finished, right? Now, I haven't done any weightlifting for 10 years. And I know it's 10 years. And I used to go every other day, and I got big. And I got big very quickly. But some people are genetically predisposed to the gym working for them. Now, obviously, with age, it's probably not going to go so well. But yesterday, I supersetted. If you don't know what supersetting is, don't worry. I won't. I know this is a gym and fitness channel, but I won't go into it too much. But supersetting basically takes the rests out of your workout by mixing up muscle groups. Now, that's kind of helpful for cardio reasons because you don't have your breaks. But it's also good because it doesn't keep making your body working up and down and up and down. Your body's like, right, we're working, and it's like there is a science behind supersetting. And I was taught how to lift weights by a bloke who was a prison orderly for 10 years. And he was a monster. No roids, nothing. And he was huge because he knew what he was doing. And when I sort of first got into it and didn't take any notice of what he said, because, I know everything. I'm one of those people, a human. And I know everything. And he said to me after about 3 months, I said, I'm not really seeing much. He said, well, 3 months isn't long. He said, but also you haven't done what I told you to do. He said, eat high protein. He said, the protein shakes are fine, but eating high protein food is better. But he said, also, you can't just do a bit of this and a bit of that and a bit of this and that. He said, you've got to have a program. And then he said to me, look, I'll write you a superset program. So, for instance, you'll do shoulders and biceps. So you'll do 12 reps, heavy weights on your shoulders. And then usually you'd wait a minute before doing the next 12. But when you're supersetting, you then do your 12 bicep curls. When they're done, you do your 12. So instead of resting, you do a different muscle group. And I done, what did I do? I done shoulders and biceps, chest and triceps, shoulders and biceps, chest and triceps. That was it. That was it. Oh yeah. And then at the end, I don't know, it's these ones. I don't know what they're called. It's part of your shoulders, but you just hold a couple of round weights, like 30 kilos, and you just sort of do that. So it's these, right? And I shit you not. And this is why I like the gym. It was burning, right? My muscles, my biceps, triceps, shoulders, and chest were burning when I'd finished, especially in this heat. And another thing about training in this heat, although I do warm up, you know, before I do my chest, I'll have the bar with no weights on it, and I'll just do the movements. He taught me all that as well. Even for the bicep curls, just do the bar to make sure nothing's like clicking or anything. And I'll tell you what, and no word of a lie, and I'm 50, don't forget, I'm 50 years old. When I finished, of course, I ran to the mirror and I was ripped. I was fucking ripped. Now, that doesn't last long. That's a post-superset morale boost. But there was a definite aesthetic change where I'd, stressed my muscles, and it lasts for about 20 minutes. And man, did I get as much walking around this manor as I could with no top on. And by the end of it, I'd shrunk back to a knackered old junkie. But for a good 15, 20 minutes, I was I don't know, some kind of superhero, I suppose you'd say. It's quite remarkable. But yeah, lovely to be back on it. And of course, the problem is today I want to do it again. But this is a mistake I made last time. Obviously, I could do legs, but I'm never going to do legs. I might do a bit of arse occasionally. Steady. Whoa, 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 whoa. I might do a little bit of glutes and that occasionally. But it's largely aesthetic. And I don't actually want to bulk up. I just want to tone up. You know, gravity is starting to do its bit. And, you know, why have sort of no definition in your arms where 45 minutes every other day you can just look better? And I like looking better. I like to present myself as best I can, especially when I see the amount of effort my missus puts into looking good for me. I know it's not quite the same. That was the quietest donation I've heard in a long time. Give us a second. I don't know why that. Oh, I do know why it was so quiet, because I turned it right down. I'll give you another one here, Francien. I'll do you a manual, son. That's much more like it. Cheers, Frenchie. That was very good of you, mate. I've been talking for 20 minutes and the first Denasciati comes through. Let me just do this over here. Bosh. And I'll tell you what, the reason I've been making loads of streams and videos. Oh, and I've got another video. I've got another Frenchie. That one is coming. I've got another video. Remember we talked about the RNLI? And I said, I bet donations have plummeted over the years. Well, Fat Rusky sent me an email. Said, sorry about the black pill, but... And it was an article in The Guardian about how the RNLI donations have gone through the roof. Now, I thought, I'm not buying that. So I got busy. Doing some research. I haven't got time to make that video today because I'm doing this stream. And then after this stream, I'm going to fuck my girlfriend. I could have said, that's just reality. She says, I'm hungry. And I said, all right, I've got something to do. So I can't, and after that, I'll be sharsted and I'll just be laid out and we'll probably watch a movie together. But I have got a cracking video. I have got a cracking video on the RNLI, the Royal National Lifeboat Association, right? Now, this is why it's yet to be made, but I've got all the research, right? This is why it's so good. Because not only did The Guardian get exposed for being ideologues and liars, but so do the RNLI, which is interesting. This is all spin, spin, spin. And by putting together these different research, these different statistics and reports I got, oh, you're gonna, it's gonna be a cracking video. One of those videos you stumble into. If it weren't for Fat sending me that article, I wouldn't have done it. But it just kept getting bigger, and I felt like a journalist, like actually doing research and comparing things, saying, well, that can't be right. If what? And then what? So I'll be making that tomorrow, and it's an absolute beaut. It's an absolute beaut. It's a good video, and and a little bit distressing as well. It's distressing to see the left, who marched through the institutions, including the Guardian and including the RNLI. It's. I think if that information was promoted rather than, we're a charity, we've got to do this, let's keep it on the QT, the donations would plummet even more. It's quite shocking, and yet not, because I understand I understand the weaponry of the culture war to an extent. I think it's fair to say. Oh, I felt like we got a problem then. I understand the extent of the culture war. I think it's fair to say. That wasn't a bad impression, was it? Frenchus drops a 10-bit in and says, don't skip leg day. Nice one, Frenchus. Well, again, that's what my mate who taught me said. He said, look, no one wants to do leg day, but in doing leg day, you'll be stronger in your leg and your core, and it'll improve the toning and growth of your upper body. People who have better toned upper bodies do leg day. But what I was doing when I first started, training every day, because I have that sort of tendency as a person. I've been looking at my weights over there and thinking it's only 45 minutes. And I thought, well, just do some yoga, because if you don't let your muscles rest, they don't repair. And it's part of the repair process that makes them grow. And so it's day on, day off. Now, I could superset different muscles, but you're always using a little bit of your other muscles. So day on, day off. But it'll be quite interesting to see. Where are we? We're in June, aren't we? 11th of June. So remind me in about 4 months, and I'll be on here like a fucking idiot. I don't want to get like that. I've done that before. I know that's funny for you to imagine, but it did happen. You know what happened? The guy said to me that the muscle Mary don't suit me. But I just want to get a little bit of definition and just pretend I'm not old, because it's scaring me. Nice one, Frenchus. I think another one just come through. Oh, John Francis on the entropy, repping it with the number of Satan's door number. Satan's door number is as famous as Sherlock Holmes, isn't it? This is what my boy John said. Nice one, John. Aprasha Kanatu. He says, boh. He says, boh. 666. There you go. Nice one, John. Aprasha Kanatu. Very nice, Frenchie and John. There's a link there and a very good joke, but it's well out of the abilities of this joker. Right, so we talked a bit about that. Watch my film review. If you haven't watched the movie, go and watch it. It's got Mads Mikkelsen in it, so you'll keep your missus happy. He's a fucking great actor. Same bloke was in Riders of Justice, which is a Anders Jensen movie. It's brilliant. It's a real good film, and my review is equally excellent. Hello, Jer. Good to see you, son. Palmer, did I say hello to you? Bark says, don't worry, Chris. I'm not suicidal. I just popped in to say hello before I popped to the gym. Let him drop it in. Also, I've met two people who knew your channel with nothing to do with nationalism in the past 2 days. Can you remember their names? A couple of them met me in Thailand, and I got hit by a scooter and done a full 360 in the air. Imagine, they were like, "We're in Patong." I said, "Oh, come and meet me." And then I was giving it the big, and I'll take you to the night market. You can get the I said avocado. Then what is it actually called? You can get the lovely sticky rice and mango. Honestly, I went 360-degree full rotation. Yeah. What they call it in the gym? What's that really weird word that as a kid I heard? Suplex, double suplex, triple arno, chicken apasipu, chika. He's just done a China potato. Nice to see you, Bartley. Good to see you ripping the gym. I did love it though. But as soon as imagine that training half as long, because when you're supersetting, you're not resting. So that halves your time, not halves, it takes about a third off or a quarter of your time, and halving it by not training every day. And I saw better results in less time. Logic and science, eh? Hello, Jeffrey Russell Jr. Hello, Al. Well, John's here. Hello, Mr. Natras. Am I going to watch the new Top Gun? I am at the cinema out here. They've got it in the VIP where you get your own booth. There's only 12 booths in the cinema. The old place rocks. It's surround sound. It's, with 12 booths. So there's 24 people max. And because you can book in advance, I always get the centre back seat. So you don't know there's anyone in there. Fully articulated reclining chair with feet and a blanket and aircon. For two people, it's about $20. It's just, yeah. But I don't think that's a film my missus is going to enjoy. So I might be doing that on Jack Jones. But she does like going to the cinema and maybe just having a little kip. So, yeah, I've heard very good things about it. I mean, it ain't a great movie in terms of what I appreciate from a storytelling point of view. But I do like cinema, which isn't always storytelling. I think that's fair to say. It's also a form. So, yes, Conjured X9, I am going to go and watch that probably in the next few days. It has been so hot here today. Earlier on, around 11 o'clock this morning, it was 38. And I've been here a while now, and every time I forget just quite how hot it is. When there's no wind, not a whisper of wind, and 38 degrees. I've got to get some water, people. Well, not water, people, because those kinds of friendships are liquid. I'm on fire. The other good news is my Fender Parlor acoustic guitar is actually being sent. I bought a hard case for it. And of course, I didn't think, but the hard case came in a box, which is what FedEx say to do. Put your guitar, loosen the strings, put it in a hard case, fill out all the other area of packing materials. So in about 10 days, I should have a new broken guitar. But it's looking like it's going to be about 100 quid to send it, which is better than spending 400 on a guitar out here when I've got a guitar that I love and that works perfectly for me. The action is lovely. That's why I bought it, 10 odd years ago, because it works for me. What else have I got to tell you on coming on? So I've got the RNLI video coming up. Ayatollah, this channel as a guest. Wednesday coming. So what is it? Saturday today. So Wednesday coming, 6 o'clock UK time. Ayatollah on the firm. That should be a very interesting interview. I've told him I'm going to play devil's advocate to an extent, and so we will be getting into. And I said to him I want to talk about him and his politics. So I will be getting into populism, nationalism. Movements, relationships, the sort of stuff that I do when I have a guest on, because I don't like those sausage parties. Chris, I I'm not so into sausage parties when you get a guest on and it's just, yeah, I agree. Yeah, we agree. Because so I'm happy to sort of put my reputation on the line and have people cut bits out and go, listen to Dangerfield. He said multiculturalism was amazing. You know, I want to actually have a conversation and learn something about Toller and learn something about his views on the situation that are questioned. You know, you get a lot of YouTube channels where they'll just agree with each other. And look, give me a 1 in the chat, just to let me know you're listening. Give me a 1 in the chat, right? If you've watched a YouTube channel where there's a couple of people, you know, someone's got a guest on or two, and someone will say something, and you know that the host or the other way around, just someone else, probably doesn't agree with them or thinks it's a bit of a stupid thing to say and sort of just goes, yeah, right, yeah, and then just moves the conversation on. Give me a 1 if you see that fairly regularly, because I do. And they're the bits where I think, hang on a minute, hang on. I know for a fact that you think that's a bit dumb and you should have jumped in there. But people, you know, people often go for the easy option. Mark says, keep a dream description to under 10 words, then it's good. Oh, sorry, I just realised how far behind I am. So if someone says, I had a dream, my dog had 4 noses, that's all right, isn't it? But it's when they go, oh, you know what, I had a dream last night. Do you remember those things we had as kids? You're like, oh, here we go. Yeah, no, you're right, actually. I think that's fair enough, Mark. Like most things in life, you know, give it the words it requires rather than the ones that get you attention, because no one wants to be conned into giving them attention. Rag's got a 2-week ban. I'm only laughing because it's a cruel mistress, this channel, this platform. It ain't easy, is it, Rags? So 42's hosting Rags' show tomorrow night. Did I say hello? No Cat Popeye. Good to see thee. Emma G. Loomy says it's a bit cheap for a Saturday arvo. Show us some crumpet. I already did. So Loomy's reminded me. Oh yeah, I think you've mentioned that to me before. You have mentioned that to me before and it was quite a powerful thing you said. I know it was private, but I think because you've said that, you probably won't mind me saying this, but there was a bit of you that felt that it would be a shocking place for her to live now. There's more to, actually, I'm not going to go there, because when you write to someone in private, there's a contract there, so to speak. But yeah, no, I'm sure it did fuck you up. I mean, good gosh, why wouldn't it? You're all right, Ray. I correct typos. None of that. We don't have none of that bullshit around here, unless it's particularly funny. Unless it's Mrs. Me in it, talking old nonsense. Hello, John. Good to see you, mate. Hello, Billy. How are you, Bill? Humans, the only mammals that have permanent boobs. Perma-boobs. How are you, Billy? You all right, son? Good to see you, mate. We call him Niggling Bill, but he is a firm fixture in the glorious House of Scrubs. Almost every stream, almost always donates. Don't feel you have to though, Bill. But you know you're niggling, but you're a giggling niggler. Steady. It's good to see you, mate. Have I seen the film Factory Girl about Edie Sedgwick? I have not. Send me a bit of it. Just email it to me and I'll remember to look it up, because I don't remember anything when I'm streaming, because I like big butts and I cannot lie. Hello, Broken Silence. Oh, now StreamYard does its thing, right? Fucking Does things I don't want it to do. Hello, Arklow. Hello, Hans. Hans has been lumberjacking for a week and lost 3 kilos. Good Lord. I lost 8 kilos on methamphetamine, but that's pretty good going. Well done. Well done. John Francis says that Pizzle curls 2 kilos. Just blokes taking the piss out of each other. I hope you're talking about bicep curls and not anal curls, because 2 kilos out the back door is, well, that's a whole intestine, isn't it? Good gosh. Hello, Tricky Who. I like to pre-exhaust muscles. I work pushing muscles, chest, triceps, frontal deltoids one day. Oh, I see what you're saying. Yeah. So it's kind of like supersetting, but it's between. But the problem, I'm guessing you have to go to a gym though, because I haven't got the kit over there. Because if I'm pushing, say a bench press, then I'm pulling when it comes down. Do you know what I mean? And if I'm doing a bicep curl, I'm pulling. Or maybe you could work it out, but that's above my pay grade in the gym for sure. It's a very simple little workout I do. It's just as basic superset. Hello, Aramas. But even having said that, after about 5 months of supersetting, I'll mix it up a bit, because A, you get bored, and B, you get muscle memory, and your muscles are just like, oh, we're doing this again. So you have to change it, and But I'm glad to have got back into it, and I know that I will get on with it, because I'm after yesterday and that lovely feeling. And I'll tell you what, people, the dopamine, the serotonin that you get from a 45-minute, they're pretty low weight, high reps. That's what I'm doing. I'm not trying to be a monster. I just want a bit of toning. So it's high reps, low weight. If you want to put on, if you want to get like an idiot, it's low weights and high weights and low reps. But there you do. There you can. John Francis says that 42 can only do 1 pull up. What's John just slagging people off for? Mousecat says you're rhubarb when you get neck muscles. Well, it's quite nice to get a little one there. Those little ones, they're easy to do. You just do those little lifts. But the problem is, if you overdo it, then you get weightlifter pinhead syndrome, because your shoulders are too big, those little things are too big, and your head seems to shrink. And I basically, last time I was clean for the first time since I was a teenager, and I went mad on it. What a surprise. Whoring in the gym. Just keep busy. Aramas says, knackered old junkie chic. It's a weird way of spelling chic, but I get your point. Right, where else are we going? Hello, Mr. MF. No, I know. I will do a little bit of legs. I mean, I do a lot of leg work with yoga anyway. So what I'll probably do is a few deadlifts, a few squats, a couple of lunges, shit myself and go to bed. But Mark spent a Saturday laying paving slabs a couple of weeks ago. It took about 3 days to stop aching. What was aching? Not your back though, mate. Bend your knees if you're lifting that kind of shizzle. I bet you weren't either. I know what you're like. Just bent over. I bet you're like, oh. Oi, people, let me tell you a quick story, right? See him there. I've known him 40 years, right? An amazing friend. I won't make him blush. But, he's probably got enough. He knows enough of my passwords to probably take everything I haven't managed to save up over the years. And I totally trust him. Now, when I was 3.5 years clean. I went to Thailand. I relapsed, got on the methamphetamine. Christmas, it was about a week before Christmas. And I thought, I didn't think, right? I spent 40,000, something like that, 40, 50,000 English, right? 40, 50,000 English on methamphetamine. It could have been a week, 2 weeks, 3 weeks. I've never quite worked out how long that period was. If you want to know about it, I think it's called The Coldest Man in Patong. It's one of the old stories. I've told it. But it was the one where I lost the meth up my arse and all that. Anyway, I thought, and this was back in the day when Thailand was a narcotic holiday. You could get anything, you know. It was like Cambodia is now. Varten, 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 little star, how I wonder how you vart. And it got to like about a week before Christmas, and I was in my linen suit. I was measured up from my linen suit a couple of days after I got on the meth. He called me a couple of weeks later to how it fitted, and I'd lost 8 kilos, and he was going, I don't know what's happened. And I was going, don't worry about it, mate. I'll just put a fucking belt on, yeah? Let's go. I've got to get out of it. I've got things to do. I'm busy. And I thought, what a lovely thing it would be to send all my mates back in the Happy Valley a little gift. So I went and bought 10,000 Valium. These are estimated numbers, but they're not exaggerated. They're very likely these numbers. About 5,000 Xanax, a couple of thousand Ritalin, and a few thousand Tramadol. I went to the post office, got a load of envelopes, put like 2,000 Vals, diazepam, 1,000 Xanax, load of Tramadol, loads of Ritalin, rolled it up, addressed to him, done the same to another mate. Didn't tell any of these people. Put fake names on, obviously. Done it to about 5 mates. Bold as brass, walking through Patong High Street on the old pipe. Took them to if I'd have got caught in that post office, I'm doing 10 years in the monkey house. I am straight at the Bangkok Hilton. No, you can't send it. Apparently, you can't send drugs that are already illegal in this country to another country. It's called exporting narcotics. It's called it's called supply. Anyway, who wants a letter to come through the post? Oh, what's this? Thailand? Oh, that must be Dangerfield. He's the only person I know out in Thailand. I wonder what it could be. He lost mumps. He lost mumps. He didn't know what was happening. He did not know what was happening. And that was the same story with all the other receivers. I mean, that's quite nice of me. If you're charging on meth in Patong, there's a lot more sensuous things you can be doing than thinking about your friends. Happy Christmas. Sorry that you lost 6 months and made loads of terrible decisions. Yeah, what a thing to do. Vincent says, I'm fit enough for a 50 plus. There you go. It's just about what you want, isn't it? I do want a bit of tone though. When it all just started looking a little bit undefined, you know, I thought, no, there's no need for it, because I do enjoy exercising. It's not, especially when it's in your room, it's not something I'm like, oh, I've really got to do that. I enjoy it. It's quite nice. And I've put my workbench strategically, so all the up top that walk up and down the alley and in the cafe there, they'll see me going, yeah, with my sexy little fingerless lifting gloves on. And you watch me go from something really like bicep curls, and when I see them, I'll change to something that's a bit more yeah, sweating, you know. And then I'll put one hand up on the window and I'll sort of tense it up a bit, and I'll sort of go, just sort of, then I'll get my water, and as I pour it, you know, I'll let it all just drip down symbolically. And then when I catch their eyes, I'll sort of go, then look into the horizon of sensuality. And I think that's the thing is that the tragedy is, I'm not even joking. The tragedy is that is definitely something I will be doing. I know, and I will. So, you know, share it. Aromath says, I are and lie. Don't worry, we all are and lie. Yes, we are here. Arglo says, I got to go bring my mother out for a little day trip drive. I'll try and look back in later. It's not going to be a long one, Arglo, because I want to spend the evening with the missus. And I already spent 2 or 3 hours making that video this morning. Nice one, though, Arglo. Have a good weekend, mate. Oh, no, it's shocking. It's shocking. Well, don't go investigating this stuff, people, because it might ruin the impact of what is actually quite a revealing video. I've got it all there, and I think you'll enjoy it. And also, The Guardian gets kicked up and down the stairs as well, which is always a pleasure. Why ain't my vape working so good? I don't know. People, so Ayatollah, Wednesday, 6 o'clock UK time. Semi-Agog is confirmed. That's probably going to be in a couple of weeks, but we've just got to get the time right. That has taken about 7 months to arrange. So, you know. But it is happening. It is happening for sure. Hello, Mousecat. Good to see you. Oh, it looks like I missed one from Alan. The boy Al's on the phone. It's going to get to 36 in the UK. Well, you can welcome to my world then, people. You'll know what it's like. 36 in England, that'll be something. Pizzle says, at the cinema Jess and I go to, we get a sofa. It's awesome. Yeah, there's a lovely cinema. I've done a gig there once. One of the loveliest gigs I've ever done. I've done the Sex with Children show there. Which, if you watch that video I made earlier, there's a bit in it where I say I was a comedian, and I put up a part of an article. If you pause it, you can read the article. It was from the Scotsman, but it's about that show. But they had that cinema has futons, 2-seater futons. So you know, if you're a couple, you've got a futon to yourselves, and it's lovely. But that private, the VIP one here with your own with your own booth is wonderful. I'm not knocking yours, Pizzle. I'm just saying this one's a lot better. But I love the cinema. I like going. I like getting my popcorn, and to have the articulated chairs. And you know, when the missus falls asleep, I just press her button so she sort of gets tilted off her chair. Everyone's a winner, baby. That's all right. Oh, Burper. Hello, Hooper. I saw the original at the pictures. What original? What? That film I'm talking about? Oh, I don't know what's going on with that. Oh, what? The original of Maverick? Top Gun, are we talking? Mousecat says that 30 degrees is a bit much for me. 30 degrees is a bit much for me. 38 is nasty and unfair. I must admit, 36 for England, that seems very unlikely, Mark. Hello, Steve. Good to see you, mate. A pleasure. Just watched the 6-hour Toller stream. Is that the one with the Welsh lad on it? I caught some of it. Devil's advocate. But people, pray for my guitar, because you know I've heard horror stories about international musical instrument sends and gutted. Pizzle says, I don't know why, but I thought Toller didn't like you. I've been on his show. I was a guest on his show. Maybe it was because of that. Maybe it was because of that. For anyone, there's all the ones. That's excellent. I'm so behind the chat because you lot are excellent. But yeah, it's a bit weird, isn't it? You know, I don't want to name the people because, you know, we all make mistakes when streaming. But I saw a stream recently and someone said, you know, I see things that other people don't see. And the other bloke went, yeah. And I thought, nah, you didn't think, yeah. You thought, what? But it won't be like that. Oh, there you go. Pizzle has nailed it there. Where's that? Oh, I'll tell you what's happening. What happens now when you scroll down? It just um it just resets and you lose a load. It's weird. Oh, that's it. You said it happens all the time when the left. Yeah, but it happens all the time when the right are talking to each other as well. That is the problem. Well, it's not the problem. There's bigger problems, but I just like. I think when you have someone on as a guest, or you want to know about them, agreeing with them all the time, or ignoring things, that's not how you get to know someone. You get to know someone by picking them up on things and asking for more. Well, hang on a minute, can you explain that? It's not hostile and it's not unfriendly. By agreeing to go on someone's stream and by asking someone, you're saying, look, I like you, I like what you do, it would be nice to have you come on. And he said, what are we going to talk about? And I said, well, you and your politics, I'll play devil's advocate for a bit. And he was like, excellent. And I said, just two blokes wasting time, wasting their lives. He went, excellent. But it'll be interesting, I'm sure. Yeah, I like him as well. I do like him. I wouldn't have asked him on otherwise. I don't really like getting people on I don't like. The only person I got on that I don't like, I can't even remember his name. Who is he? The software bloke. I can't remember his name. Avast, is that it? John Avast? I honestly can't remember. Jim Avast. No, it's the other one, isn't it? Someone will say. Me too, Ian. Absolutely me too. Oh, look, Willow saw the critical. Yeah, the critical drinker does do it because he's been having on people who aren't content makers. I think he's been having patrons on and things, and that's a little bit. That I might have got that wrong, but I've certainly seen him do it. He just yeses them off, doesn't he? He sort of goes, yeah, and then he just talks about something else. John B says about niggling Bill, he niggles because he loves. Look, he saved the day. Vincent has suggested inquisitive Bill. Look. And the fact that Bill has said it would suggest he prefers it. Niggling Bill. All right then, inquisitive Bill, you can have it if it makes you happy. Hello, Sophist. Hi, man. That's me. Lost a whole half a stone. I walked out of the doctor's yesterday. I don't know what that means. I'm a bit lost. Maybe you were talking to Marzipan. Don't know. Daffyd said, all this talk of exercise is making me tired. I'll be honest with you, Daffyd, I'm not one for cardio. When I lived in Soho, I'd do a 2-hour walk every day, but that's because it was fun. It's a good laugh walking around Soho, especially because I knew so many people, so I'd stop and chat to them. But I won't be... My yoga's quite cardio because, I hold poses for 2-3 minutes. And I should do a yoga stream soon, shouldn't I? I've got a new yoga mat. My one's rank. I was doing a dog pose. I thought, what's that smell? It smells like arse. I don't want my nose so that close to something that smells like arse, unless of course it's Maria Whittaker's, and in that case I will enter. So Dion, hello Spike, how are you, son? Exercise is a great. Doctors recommend it. They say, look, I know you don't want to. I know you don't want to leave the house. Just go to the gym and lift some weights. And when that fucking serotonin and dopamine washes over you, you're like, wicked. I've seen that work so many times. I've seen it work. And that's why so many people at the rehab that I went to gym after rehab. I first of all started going to the sauna and the steam room. And my ex-girlfriend at the time said, it's the starts off in the steam room. Next thing you'll be lifting weights. And if you know if you knew me as a younger man, that's the last thing I'd ever do. But I did. I absolutely did. The next thing it was, and the first few times I was thinking, what has happened to you? What the fuck has happened? What are you doing? Well, I like it. I do enjoy doing it, and it's nice to enjoy doing something that makes you look better and you can present better. And if you can present better, you get on better in life. That's the science is in on that. If you present better, you get on better. Lulu says that's not a good look, the pinhead. No, it's not. If your shoulders and if anyone knows what these are called, let me know. But if you've done too much work on them, your head shrinks, and it's like it's not a good look. Oi, Inquisitive Bill, I'm on it. But here's the deal, Inquisitive Bill. Change your name to it just for a few weeks so that I get it in my head, because I haven't got a lot of time to think when I'm streaming. Does it show? And then it'll be in my head. You don't have to, but it will be niggling Bill otherwise. Vincent says adrenaline, endorphins, and dopamine all natural. There you go. Yep, we've got them all. I have a scheme. Hello, Alan. Hoyt to that. Nice to see you. Hope you're well. You always remind me of the damn private streams I haven't done for what is it now, a year. You want to see Alan was brutal on the private streams. He comes on. All right, Alan, how are you? About 10 seconds silence, and then he goes, good. Not a shit given. Good. Okay. What have you been up to? 10 seconds silence. Not much. I respect that in people because I haven't got it in me. If someone asks me a question, they need to get comfortable. Nice one for the donation, Al. Hope you're well, mate. There you go. There you go. Yep. I think between you and the missus, you could do them all, everything. It's quite a concern, actually. And PayPal. No Cat Popeye says, I do wrestling at home. Yeah. I've heard about people like you. I do wrestling at home. That gives me muscles. I do walking, pulling charcoal in a wheelbarrow, and gardening in college. That's my exercises. What wrestling do you do at home? What, like mental wrestling with the old ball and chain? Psychological wrestling with the kids? That's the one, Eldritch. That's it. Spiky little sellotape with a bit of tiger balm to ease it in. Not my finest moment, but not my worst either. So listen, here's the other blag I done. So I'll keep. So the other day, right? So Substack do this thing called the shout out thread, and me and Lumi, I said to Lumi, look, I said, shout me out. Just say, oh, I read Dangerfield. He's very good. And you also get to say, oh, by the way, I write fantasy fiction, which is what Lumi done. And then the next week, I done it. Oh, I write autobiographical stories of my life as an addict. But I do like Lumi's. He won a competition. His book was edited, blah, blah, so we helped each other out. But after that, I realised that I asked a load of you lot, people who subscribe to my Substack, link in the description if you're not, it's totally free. I said, go on there and give me likes and respond and all that. And someone who runs Substack wrote to me and said, oh, you're getting a lot of mentions on this week's shout out. And I was like, yeah, it's weird, isn't it? Almost like I've got a YouTube channel. And I said, can you all go over? I didn't say that. But the other night on it, I thought, hang on, there's a bit of guerrilla marketing here. And I thought, I'm going to go through all of the shout outs, and anyone who writes about anything a little bit like mine, so addiction, recovery, drugs, autobiography, dysfunctional relationships, all the good things in life. I will respond to them and sort of say, oh, that's interesting. I'll definitely read yours. Won't. I won't. I might. Actually, I did read one, and it was actually very good, and I did tip it. But then I'd done it to about 15 different ones. VART, I will catch up with all these VARTs. I know I'm a few behind. And then people started recommending me to their readers. I was getting emails saying so-and-so has recommended you to his readers. Now, I don't know if he's got 5 or 500, but then it was like, blink, so-and-so has subscribed to you. Blink, so-and-so, you've had 5 new. I was like, here we go. Anyway, last night I was in a particularly weird mood, and there was another shout-out thread or office hours or one of these fucking things that Substack does. And it to be honest with you, it's not for the people who are doing well on Substack. Don't go to those things because they're nailing it. There's people who are getting like 5,000 paid subscribers a month. Seriously. Now, if it's a tenner a pop, do the maths. A month, sweet. There's people who used to be like journalists for big newspapers who thought, hang on, I've got a reputation. People know me. Why should I have an editor telling me what to do when I can go on Substack? Substack only take 10% of your earnings. And mine's not monetized, by the way, people. Link in the description. So they're not going anywhere near these things. And nearly everyone in them is quite sad. People are like, oh, my Substack's 3 months old. I've got 5 articles on it and I've got 20 subscribers. Here's to the next 20. And I'm like, good. That's good. I suppose it's better. It is better than nothing. And everyone has to start somewhere. That's fair enough. I've had thousands and thousands of people read mine. But I just started getting a bit cocky, right? Moi? So, for instance, one person, what a lot of people do is they just use it as an excuse to shield their own channel. So you're meant to be, it's like a subject. So you're meant to be asking questions about how to grow your Substack. And people are like, yeah, I've been writing my stories about Zimbabwe in the 1920s. And then the question is totally unconvincing. They're just shilling their Substack, right? So, for instance, one person said, how do I go about getting a book published? That's key change of words. How do I go about getting a book published? And I answered, write one, right? And I was cracking up at myself. And then I thought, hang on a minute. And I got about 5 emails. 5 people liked my reply. And I thought, hang on, I'm onto something here. And then I've just been taking the piss out of people. Now, if I overdo it, which I will, because I've been getting so many new subscribers out of it, I've just been taking the piss out of it. Like some bloke said something. There's one bloke and he's 90 odd. And he said, can someone tell me, I'm 90 and not very good with tech. Can someone help me? He doesn't know how to set up his Substack. And I said to him, he needs to sit in a pentagram of candles. Just nonsense. And I said, and you'll be fine. Loads of people liked it. Of course, people think that's funny. They think it's funny because you're a bit of a cunt telling a 90-year-old to sit in a pentagram. I did tell someone else to delete System 32, but because people think that is so it's such a fucking liberal little, I love everyone, everyone's lovely, let's help each other. Yeah, but no one really wants to help each other. They want to help themselves. Classic liberalism, classic Fukuyama's end of history. Oh, liberalism has succeeded. Liberalism can't succeed because by definition it's endlessly revolutionary. So they're all in there pretending, we're just trying to help each other. What What a great community of writers this is, by the way. Follow my fucking channel. You know, that's what it is. And so I think it's been a bit refreshing to see someone calling people out on that. And I have been. You know, someone says something else, and I said something like, my advice would be to maybe spend 90% of your post asking the question and 10% shilling your channel rather than the other way around, which you've had. And it's just worked a treat. Now, I trust Substack enough, and this could age badly, for them to probably give me a warning rather than just outright ban me. But that's my new guerrilla market on Substack. Just take the piss out of people's comments, and people like it. People like it because it's transparent. Right, where are we now? Old inquisitive Bill could do with some ritalin. Nah, it ain't great. Oh, you lost 3 months on the old benzos, did you, Mark? There you go, John. Drop it in, son. That's right. That's right. I thought his daughter wanted another dog, and it was a definite no. Oh, until he was best friends with Valerie, and it was like, yeah, crack on. Yeah, get several. Get a couple of rabbits or something. Hello, Seeking Truths. Hello, Barney Rubble. The boy blogs has compared himself with Right Said Fred. I think that deserves a quick look. I'm deeply, deeply about my Spanish eyes, Sierra smile, and legs that go on for miles and miles. People used to tell me that they were from Dartford, but Dartfordians claim everyone. Dartfordians claimed the gladiator wolf. It became a bit of a weird meme in Dartford. I'd go into a boozer and there'd be someone in the news and they'd go, you know, they're from Dartford. I'd be like, are you sure? Are you sure Angela Merkel's from Dartford? I don't know about that. Where are we going? What? April Levine is from Temple Hill. Avril, get it right. Twice I had to correct. Corrector automatic. It's been a long day. It's going to be longer. Man, is that bird going to work me later? Oh, it's a tough job. I know, Rags. I know, mate. I've been all over it. Don't let the cat out of the bag yet, son. I've got a cracking video. Let's see what Inquisitive Bill said. Nice one for the donation, Bill. Inquisitive Bill should actually be called Generous Bill. I got my end of month entropies in, and Bill is up there in the top 3 biggest donators to the channel. Now, you might only see those $3, but you know, 3 or 4 of them per stream. He's in the top 3, and I'm keeping that a bit vague because I don't want to out people, but. Yeah, Generous Inquisitive Bill. I like to think I motivated you to start working out, or at least contributed to it. Me and Right Said Fred. I'll take back everything I just said. How did you? I think it might have been my missus, because she has joined up at a gym and her body is looking amazing. And the 26-year age difference is starting to show. But I'll take it. Nice one, Generous Inquisitive. Cheers, Bill. Always Prapasha Prata. Me and Right Said Fred. Are you a top of your body? Botty. I can't even spoof today. Well, I better be able to spoof today because she's getting very demanding. It's a dirty job, but someone's got to do it. Mark read it in the Express. Oh, he's talking to Chris. Not Chris. They do like to talk extreme weather in the UK. Lumi says, don't let Toller do any impressions. He's quite good at them, though. He is quite good at them. I'll tell him you said it. I'll pass it on. Hello, ST3. Marzipan says it was in the 40s regularly when I lived in Sicily. Brutal heat. Good Lord. I've got a mate who lives in the United Arab Emirates, and he says it's ridiculously hot there. But also because of because where it is geographically, there's no wind. Like at least here, there is often a slight breeze. It's going to be so weird popping back to England and wind and rain and things. I mean, we do get a monsoon here, but it's hot. It's chocolate rain. Chocolate rain. Hello, Vladlito. You can get the guitar insured for 3% of the value. Yeah, I don't. You know, it ain't that expensive guitar, to be honest with you. It's just I love it. It's just perfect for me. I spent a long time. I went up Old Tin Pan Alley in Soho, and I spent a long time playing different guitars. And it's hard when you're a crappy, and I mean crappy, rhythm guitarist to actually go through a few guitars. You know, you've got these fucking it's always metalheads working guitar shops, and I'm sitting there going jank 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 jank. But I thought I'm fucking paying for it, and when I picked that one up, and I just thought, oh you bastard, you absolute beauty, and I just thought, nah, she's the one for me, she's the one for me, and yeah. But I do honestly feel like it's a risk. You know, I get a lot of parcels from the UK for work stuff being sent over, and of course, well, it's usually one item of work stuff and 30 things that I can't get out here that I need for, like, you know, soaps and vapes and what have you. And they've all been fine except for one that was, it was like a bit of cheese, you know, it was like a wedge where one end had just been flattened. So I honestly feel that there is an element of risk here. I could open up a box and have a broken guitar, which will be heartbreaking because it's just it's not a great guitar. It's not even an expensive guitar, but it suits me fine. It plays beautifully. You know, it's a very well made guitar. So that's the killer. Hello, Fev Sitters Uptighted. Nice to see you. Hello, IR. Hammer House of Guitar Travel. You are a mile behind anyway. What, on the chat? Am I really? Oh, I'll have to move. Oh, yeah, look. Now people are just talking about McAfee. Right, I'm going to have to... Vart. I'm going to zoom down and pick up. I'm missing... Hello, Snoopers. Good to see you, son. Let me collect up some of these super shars. I call them shars, you know. Alan said stop. What am I stopping? I don't know what I'm stopping. Tricky Who says you got the right idea. Less is more. No sense in blowing out one's joints, especially when we're older like me. Yeah. It's silly, isn't it? I just want to tone up a bit, and I enjoy it. It felt great. I like it. Oh, I get it. Alan was probably saying stop to when I was talking about leaning on the window and pouring water down my gullet. Willow says I've been watching too many Diet Coke adverts. One, actually, which is too many in fairness. Hello, 42. I haven't even said hello to thee. Or maybe it was such a long time ago. So, yeah, Semi-Agog's confirmed. Tollers this Wednesday. I'm going to try and sort out Semi-Agog for the week after. Mr. Natras has denashid. I wonder what the RNLI crews think about. Well, it's all in the video. I'll be making the video tomorrow. It's probably the most research I've ever done on a video. You know, my videos are either film reviews, not gonzo, so me talking about me and a little bit about film, stories about me, or I'll read The Guardian. But this one, I've actually got various, you know, documents, and I'm comparing and contrasting, and that you'll find out a bit about that, Mr. Natras. So nice one on the Lady Godiva. Hello, Anglo. Good to see you, sir. Actually, seeing Anglo has reminded me, when I see a bit of the Toller streams, it's usually 4 or 5 o'clock in the morning here, and I've got up for a wee. That's happened 3 weeks on the trot. And so when I'm on the pisser, I've got the phone out and I'll just watch a bit of Toller because it's live, and I'll see it's Scrubs on tour. You know, I think Scrubs probably make up about a third of Toller's audience. And I say hello, and I see loads of people say hello, but I haven't got time to say hello to everyone. I always feel a little bit rude, as if I've just gone hello and then fucked off. But, you know, I've got to go back to sleep. Because if you stay up too long, especially when you're engaging with your phone, then there's no getting back to sleep. So, and Anglo, it's always you. I see you go, hello, mucker. And I'm like, if I say hello to Anglo, then so-and-so is going to think I've dropped him out. So-and-so is going to think I'll say hello to none of them. I'll get back in my bed. I'll spoon the missus, and I'll say, hello, Barney Rubble. Right, where are we now? I'm still a long way behind. Hello, ST3. Nice to see you. Right, that's right. We just done that. Here we go. I've seen that one before. Let's see some vids. I don't know what that means. This is a chill stream. I already made a video today, so I haven't. Even though Rags and Kevin, and to an extent Vincent and Jack London supply memes and clips, it still takes me a couple of hours to prepare those streams, and then the streams is a 2-3 hour. It's 5 hours, and I ain't got that on a Saturday. But it was McAfee, that's it. What a plonker. Shame he died. Hello, Custard. I like Nerdrotic as well. I like Nerdrotic, and I like Critical Drinking. I've got to say, and I know that it won't be it might actually be popular. I'm not such a fan of Mauler. Now, I know he's very successful, and I know EFAP is a very successful channel. I'm not such a fan of Mauler. Is that all right to say that? He's a bit smug, isn't he? Smug's all right, but you've got to back it up with something more than just being smug. Hello, Snoops. Good to see you, son. The boy Cray, no alert. I reckon you have that copied and pasted ready for every stream. Are you just not wanting to get on Telegram, Steve? Because that would be the way. I ain't streaming for a lot longer because it's nearly 10:30 here, and that's my evening with my missus. Probably about another 10 minutes, actually. I told her I'd do an hour and a half. There you go, Marzipan. I just went with that. Same here, Tricky. It's in my calendar. I started using my phone calendar about 2 years ago. Life-changing, especially with a memory like mine. To have my phone remind me of things I've got coming up is beautiful. Hello, Martin. Martin's back from Cyprus. How was it, Martin? Nice holiday. Nice one, Johnny. That was the lion. There you go. Snoopy's been teaching his eldest about a bit of working out. Oh, nice one, Martin. That's very kind. All I've got left after my holidays. I remember when we came back from Venezuela. This is going back 20 years, maybe. The bloke who took me and paid for the flights and the accommodation and the crack. I think the crack cost most out of all of that lot. When we got to Heathrow, we had to go our different ways, right? And he gave me a stack of bolivars, which was the the Venezuelan currency. Honestly, about 5 inches of pushed together hard. He said, "Oh, you can have that," because he's minted, and he knew I was a drug addict. And although I got clean in Venezuela because I couldn't get any gear. That was the only reason, believe me. He knew that that'd help me. So he's fucked off, and I thought, sweet, I'll go to the Bureau de Change in the airport, cash that in, and with that money, I'll get the Piccadilly line into Soho, go and score. The Bureau de Change at Heathrow Airport, I said, hello, I've got a big stack. I said, I've got a big stack of Bolivars here. They went, no, we don't want them. I went, I don't know if it works like that with currency, does it? She went, yeah, if we don't want to buy them, we don't. I was like, oh, okay. So then she said, you want to take them to your bank? Got back to Dartford, gone down to HSBC, and I went, yeah, I've got a big stack of Bolivars. She went, yeah, we're going to have to send them off. We can't just buy them here. We have to send them off. I was like, all right then. I thought, still money, still. So she gave me the envelope, prepaid envelope, in fairness, put the Bolivars in and all that, and she wrote how many there were there and signed it. I signed it. About 2 weeks later, I'll get a letter from HSBC. Would you come and visit us at the branch? And I was, using junkie, I thought, sweet, it's got to be about 300, 400 quid. Now, this isn't going where you think it's going. You think I get down there and they go, oh, yeah, here's your £10. Worse than that. Got down the bank. I said, I got this letter. She said, oh, yeah, go and see her over there. So I went over there and I said, I got this letter. She went, she said, oh, yeah, 1 second. She come back with an envelope, fucking substantial envelope as well. I thought, oh, here we go. Because I don't know, there might have been like 500,000 Bolivar or whatever. And she said, yeah, they don't want them. Give them back to me. Oh, thanks. I threw them away in the end. Threw them away. Just walking through Dartford High Street, actually. I just went, load of old nonsense that is. Nice one, Martin. So I'm glad I got some sterling from you rather than your Bolivars, which I know they don't have in over there in Cyprus, but I hope you had a nice time. No, Inquisitive Bill. No, you're talking about the traps. The traps are at the back. I'm talking about these ones here. To exercise them, you hold two weights like in the hand grips, and you just go like that. You just go like that. Is that still your traps? I thought your traps was there. I mean, maybe you're right. If anyone else can convince. Vincent says, Dangerfield, Inquisitive Bill, because he loves asking questions, obviously. The best way to learn something quickly is to ask questions. Hence, inquisitivity is a good thing. Yes, but the original joke, niggling, would be the questions would be nothing to do with what we're talking about. We'd be talking about something like drugs. And Bill would say, the problem with carburetors... But no, I'm sticking with Inquisitive Bill. Just Sean says Python wrestling. Inquisitive Bill says wrestle your missus. Anyone remember the sitcom Game On? Yeah, brilliant. And one of the amazing things about Game On, it had Samantha Janus in it, didn't it? Wood tap. The amazing thing was that the main man, the lead role, was brilliant. He was brilliant. He was the perfect actor for that part. And then in a later series, they had to change him. The bloke obviously didn't want to get typecast, and they had to change the lead character. And everyone was thinking, you can't do that. That's like changing George Roper from George and Mildred to a different bloke. They changed him. New bloke was better. Am I right, Pizzle? Am I right? Yeah, the new bloke was better. I loved it in the credits when he turned the telly over with the remote control and blew the remote. I still do that today. I've always done it ever since those credits. Whenever I turn the telly over, just gently blow the smoke off me. Remote control. Yeah, I'm a strange lad. Nice one, Rags. Tell them to like the fucking stream, even if they don't. Snoopy's going to get the kids a bit Miyagi. Oh, apparently some Korean girl got called Mr. Miyagi after catching a fly. She laughed about it at the time, but then when some allies told her that it was racist, she took the bloke to court. Lost. That pendulum's well swinging the other way. Mouse cat, they call him mouse cat, mouse cat, mouse cat, mouse cat. Let's see what mouse cat's actually said. I'm just trying to do two things at once. Well, three if you include turning the oh, gold. What have I done here? Three if you include trying to hold a wee in. See what, if I don't finish this stream soon, my missus is going to have fallen asleep and she will not be happy. She wants action. She's demanding it of me. Mousecat says, getting regular suggestions on your older stream. I was just talking about you. What are you going to say to me? How long am I going to be? Why? Why? Oh, we're going out, are we? We're going to go out? Sure? I wouldn't mind going out, actually. I want to get some pink and red, but then we'll come back. I'll give you what you need, baby. I just want to make you feel good. Go on, jump up. I'm nearly done. If you jump up... Well, she's not that black. Not that there'd be anything right with that, but I'm not that brown. I am gaunt as a... Thank you. Go on, jump up, love. I'm about 10 min. Yeah. I just want to make her feel good. For some reason, she finds that hilarious. All right. Yeah. Getting regular. You can't whistle. Oh, she's learned to click her fingers though, and it ain't great because I'm doing something. She's like, I'm like, oh, no. Getting regular suggestions of your older streams lately. Watch the one about your music career with clips and new shoes on the bike. Good vid. A few people have said that. I think because I've been a good boy, and people said people hated me when I made that video. This is not a nationalist channel. It's just a sensible thing to do on YouTube. They don't like nationalists. So just say that. Sensible. I like my YouTube channel. I think it does a lot of people a lot of good, including myself. So, and since then, I don't monetize my videos, but I am a YouTube. I'm on the YouTube partner program. Incredible. Dan the iconoclast and Hugh used to just go, how the fuck are you? Controlled opposition. Is that a good thing to be, or what? I've never understood what that means. And I know I asked before and got 20 different answers, so let's just leave it alone. But it's excellent that they're actually recommending old videos. When I typed Another Round, which is the name of the film I reviewed this morning on a video, into YouTube, I was third. Excuse me, Simon Webb. So that's good news. Nice one, Mousecat. Yeah, I rode a push bike into the Thames. No safety rope, so could have died. Fully dressed, which is good to help you go under the old undercurrents. Right. Anyway, where are we going here? Hello, Nate. Good to see you. But I tell you what, Lumi, I have absolutely been smashing that Substack guerrilla marketing. You've got to get on it. Well, you haven't. Pizzle, what's happening, Sophist? What's going on with you? Have you got a problem that I can maybe help you with? Vincent says, do you like any of the Duster track? I haven't listened to them yet, mate. They all go into a folder for when I've got a bit of time. I will do. I'll give them a listen, but I honestly haven't listened to any of them. This week at work has been hectic. I've just had so much to do. I spent 2 days trying to sync all our social media. And when you don't know passwords, when it doesn't work, when you've got 4 admins, when you don't know what a business suite is, when, oh Lord, and when you've got TikTok, Facebook, Twitter, Instagram for 2 businesses, all of that twice, and you have to do all that from one account. It was just nice. So this week was just a mare. So I've just put it all into a folder, but I will check it out. I don't ever just delete things that people send me unless they're essays, and then I skip read them, and unless the last paragraph says, "If you don't reply, I'm going to die," I delete it. That's not true either. Nice one, Vincent, but I'll let you know for sure. Good move putting spiritualized tracks into the Scrubs Lifeboat, though. That D songs. It's fucking cracking, isn't it? But I'm still on that album. For me, the mainline song is still the better one. A Prasha Kuki Vinciana. I think Quadrex has dropped 20 bonding. What the hell's going on? Hello, Mrs. Me in it. Good to see you. Mrs. Me in it says, all right, mate, it's Dangerfield. You are a magnet dragnet. It's been said before. It hasn't, because no one apart from you knows what it means. I hear you tones. I do correct everyone else but you. I hear you tones in the background like you live with me. I am meant to be doing weeding. You are so naughty. Vart! I am a little bit naughty, but you're making the decisions. I'm just giving you the reason to. All right. Yeah. Like a philosopher. Like a philosophizer. Like a philosopher. Do you know what that is? It's someone who gives you vaccines. Nice one, Mrs. Me in it. Snoopy didn't see Barney come in. Hello, Hightower. Right. I've got to have to wrap this up because she came in then spot on 1/2 past. I said I'll be an hour and a half. Is the Kalergi plan real or a red herring? Well, it was someone's plan years ago, and you could say that things that are happening have got things in common with it, but I'm not convinced anyone's actually implementing the Kalergi plan. No. You know. But like, I'm not going to say it again. I said it. I said what I meant, and I meant what I said. Andy Max said, "Best wishes, potentially the best decision you will ever make." I don't know what that is about, but that's good. I'm glad you think someone's made a great decision, because it's good when people make good decisions. Quadders has dropped 20 E's in. Hello, Chris. I've been lurking lately, but here's a small update. I moved from the hostel back to my dad's. That's a great move, because those hostels, they don't help when you're struggling at the best. They're horrible places, Quadders. They're horrible places. I'm sorry. Well, you know that. Moved back in my dad's and made peace with him. That's probably what that other comment was about, the best decision you've ever made. And for the first time in a while, having a couple of okay days. Thanks for being there, Hoyt. Wicked that you've made peace with your dad. I am going to give you a little bit of advice, though. Small steps. Small steps. What you're actually doing is making peace with your dad. You know, I don't know a lot about the story, but if there's been a fracture in the past and he's let you into his home, this is going to be a process, and there's going to be mistakes as well. There's going to be bits where it ain't working, and you're going to feel like it's all crumbling, and there's going to be moments of absolute beauty as well. So take it as a process. Cut yourself some slack. You can't get it all right, because no one can. But it sounds to me like you've done a really good thing there, and yeah, cut yourself some slack and small steps, because if you if you jump into these things, you know, that there's a lot of expectations on the pair of you, and expectations often provide disappointment. So small steps, but that sounds like a great move. Fucking hostels, you know, all those secondary care places and all that. And I mean, for people who've got nowhere else to go, okay, but you know, I've been in a couple, and when you're trying to stay clean and everyone's smoking crack and heroin, it's like, yeah. Nice one on the huge donation. That's very kind, and good luck with what you get. Good luck with that. You know, I haven't got a father, and I always say to my mates who have, I beg you to build that relationship. That's easily said when you haven't got one. I'm sure if my father was still alive and someone said that to me, I'd be like, yeah, you don't understand. No, it's weird. It's weird with your dad. But, you know, there you go. Fats on the firm. Hello, Rusky. I don't know whether you've just got here, but I've prepared a cracking video of what you emailed me this morning. I've got loads of different documents, and it makes the Guardian look exactly like they are partisan left-hard ideologues. It's very, very interesting. Hello, Simon Page. Dude, I'm 70% done covering your brilliant. Anyone can cover any of my music you want. That's a privilege to be asked. So when you've done it, chris@chrisdangerfield.com. Send it over. I'd love to hear it. ST3 says you can buy half a Cambodian pear. Good Lord, come on, people, get literate. Of Oxford brogues with that. Well, you could have just said you could buy one Oxford brogue, and that's pear as in fruit. But I know what you mean. It's a good call. It's a good. There you go. Corrector automatic. There you go. And then even that after it, that's incredible. You thought, oh, balls. Oh, balls. That's excellent. Good to see you, man. That's really cheered me up. Billy's, he's, where is that? Oh, I see. That's on this one, Bill. Yeah. Bill also says this. Do you put tape over the phone camera? I don't like the idea of spy agencies watching me take a dump. Just because you're paranoid, it doesn't mean they aren't watching you. No, I don't put tape over my phone camera. They're welcome to watch me have a dump. I'll be quite glad for them to. If that's a stupid job you took on, then you suffer it. I can't be doing all that tape lark because I've got 2 cameras there. I've got 2 mobiles there. The girlfriend's got 2 phones there and an iPad there. I'd spend my days taping things up. I just, they're welcome to my information. So they are your traps. Bill's right. These things, those things there that I've just brushed up a bit, they are your traps. Oh yeah, because they join the bit that I touched. They're kind of like two triangles that join flat side in the middle. Okay. British Dragon said that's traps. So okay, they are. Good call. I think it was Bill that said that as well. Snoopy says you've got a good start with the amount of water you take in. My wife and oldest daughter loathe water for some reason. I can't get enough of it, and it's good for you. You've got to stay hydrated. I'm with you, Snoopy. This thing gets, well, it's now empty because I've drunk 2 of them while doing this stream. This gets filled up about 20, 30 times a day. I love it, and especially in this heat, you know. And when I go out, this goes in my bag. I need to have water. And I forgot to take it when we went to... The girlfriend wanted to get some smaller weights because she wants to do a bit while she's not at the gym. And she can't lift my big 25 kilos, you know, big man stuff. So she went and got some 1.5 kilos. And I forgot to take it, and we had to buy some water, even though it was only like 5 minutes in the tuk-tuk. Out there at 1 o'clock in the 38 degrees, without water, my mouth's like a fucking... I don't want to say what it's like, because you probably know. Suffy says, I've got no option but to get clean. That is often a gift. Suffix, that is, if you've really got no option but to get clean, you will, because you've got no option. You know, I've been in situations where I've had money. I mean, I've always been very well, not always. when I was homeless, and you know, but after I got to about 30, I've been very manageable with my using. But what I could have done with was it all go tits up and then have no option. You know, it's called the gift of desperation. If you want to write to me, I've got a little bit of experience in that area. I might be able to offer some advice or support. Your call, chris@chrisdangerfield.com. Sometimes just writing to someone else can help you anyway. And don't worry, I won't write back, you need to do this, because that's not how I operate. But it's an option if you want it. Right, I think I've got to wrap this up, people, because I've got to go and get some marshmallows so that we can toast some of them. Hello, Ludwig. Sorry, mate. It's only a short one today. I've done nearly 2 hours. I told the missus I'd only do an hour and a half. Let me make sure I haven't missed any. I've done that one. Done Quadders, done Billy's. I've got one from Anglo and one from Mrs. Me in it. So I've missed Anglo's. There's the fella. Nice one, Anglo. I didn't get a VART for my first one. It's so cute that a man who spends his days hacking animals up, this is once a VAR, and it's not the first time you've complained about not getting one. And for that, you're going to get a mega VAR. Hold your heads, people. It's coming in hard and fast now. That was probably the most mega VAR I've ever done. Satisfied? Thank you, Anglo. Very generous. Machano Caprasha another regular supporter, frequent supportee. Nice one, Mrs. Me in it. When I am on a steam, planning is good for me. How many words? It works every time. Look, even Steve tried to give Anglo a VAR. What am I treading on? It better not be something I need not to be broken. I'm sitting here crushing something under my foot. I probably I probably shouldn't do that. Thank you, Mrs. Me in it. Well, we're going to get you on to talk about the old robbery and all that. So that's once I've done Toller and Semiagog, we'll get you on. Nice one, SC3. I think we're done there. I've got to go now. I could do another 3 hours, but such is the reality of having a young bird who wants penetrating. I'll play New Shoes because it would appear a couple of people have put that in the chat. I've got a super sticker from Chrissy I'm desperately looking for. And there it is. I'll give you a manual votation for that, Chrissy. Oh my God! Did you hear that ramp up? It went. We have been farting like Megatrons today. Did I read out Bill's one about the phone? Yeah, I did. Yeah, no, don't do all that phone camera. Let them have your info. It's useless to them. It confuses them. Can you imagine them hearing me streaming for a couple of hours every day? What are they going to do with that information? Just nothing. I don't care about all that. They're welcome to it all. And the way, when I use social media, the adverts I get are so not relevant to things I buy, it doesn't work. And as someone who does marketing, I used to do Facebook marketing. I've got to be careful because he's got a bigger legal team than me, but it don't work. It doesn't work. Really bad. Really, compared to Google Ads, Facebook marketing is shit. Because look how many different people you're talking to on there. So your mate says to you, "Oh, are you going to Bumberclot Festival this year?" And you're going, "Bumberclot? I doubt it." 2 days later, Bumberclot tickets. You're like, as if someone spent £1 on that, and if you click on it, a tenner, something like that. They don't work, right? I doubt she'll show you, but she's just appeared with a fringe she didn't have a couple of minutes ago and some big red lips. Come here a minute. Come here. Let me just show them how much you've changed in a couple of seconds. Now, come here. Hello, love. God, I can't hang around here any longer. Right, but love, I've got to go and get some red and whites. What? Hello, Packer. I'm just about to go. Cheers, Chris. See you all later. New shoes, good. We're on it now. Robert says if I don't, he will. Okay, right. I'm just on it. I want to thank everyone who donated. That it is the grease that keeps the cogs of the streams and the videos going. I made a film review this morning. Go and check it out. I've got Toller. I've got Semi God coming up as guests. I'm putting another video out tomorrow about the lifeboats and all and the Guardian spin. And I'll be happy to do all that work because the grift has been good. Otherwise I have to run the business because it pays and I've got things to pay for. It's an hard life out there, people. It's an hard life. I want to thank everyone who donated. I want to thank Stephen Rags for looking after the place. I want to thank Rags, Keena, Martin and Jack for sending me things for the clips and meme streams. And I want to thank all you lot for yap, all fucking stream long. It's been a shorty, but it's been a goodie. This is a song called New Shoes. If it sounds like it was from the 90s and it's me singing, it's because it was from the 90s and it's me singing. Still time for some Filthy Lucre. Tomorrow, you're going to get the video first, the RNLI video first. Then in the evening, which will be about midday for you, or mid-afternoon, I'll do a stream. How about that then? Does that sound all right? Are you all happy? Good, we're happy. Here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 buttons to get that to play. Ta-ta!
I'm stupid, I'm lazy, but in the discotheque I still look crazy. Love me, baby, I only tell lies cause the truth escapes. Summertime, we can get new shoes. I'll have brown and you can get the blues. I'm knackered, I'm fading, but in the right light I still look vaguely human. Happy it won't be long before we cave in. Summertime, we can get new shoes. I'll have brown and you can get the blue.
I am.
You can get the blue. Don't worry about my heroin addiction, it's on its slide. I need you, love me. summertime, we can get new shoes. I'll have brown and you can get that blue. You can get that blue. You can get that blue. You can get that blue.
Oh, that would appear I pressed the wrong button first, and it sort of I cut it off a bit quickly. Look after yourselves, people. It is gloriously the weekend. Whatever you're doing, look after yourselves. Look after the people you love, and don't forget to tell them you love them, because we do tend to forget, and they need it, and so do you. Now go on, piss off down your own end, or you get a clip round here, you dirty bugger.